Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a mukbang story time. I'll be eating ramen with shrimp, chicken, spinach, and eggs. And I'll be telling you the story of how I almost had a threesome with my ex's sister and her boyfriend. So, back when I was in college, I went to a lot of parties, talked to a lot of guys, had a lot of sex. I just thought, that's what college is for, thoughting and drinking and getting a degree, I guess. But I had went out on a date with this guy named Skylar. Me and Skylar had talked on Instagram, or not Instagram, but Tinder for a couple of weeks. And he lived like 40 minutes away from my college town, so we didn't have like a lot of opportunities to hang out. I mean, he had a car and I didn't, but he was just being a lazy bitch, but whatever. So we finally went out on a date, and he took me to a movie. It was Zoolander 2, I remember. It was a really funny movie. Ben Stiller's hilarious. Anyways, took me to a movie, and then we went out to a party, and we got really fucked up, like super fucked up. And then he came back to my house and we had like some super fucked up sex. It was great. Until he ditched me in the middle of the night. I was so devastated. I was like, wow, this is so fucked up. Why did he do this to me? I didn't do anything wrong. He was just not ready for a relationship, I guess. Why guys talk to a girl for weeks and go through going out with a date on her just to tell her they're not ready for a relationship, I'll never know. But anyways, after that, I was pretty upset. And it was Valentine's Day weekend, so I was going through it, So, what do college girls do when they're upset? We get drunk. So I went to this party and got really drunk to, drown my feelings or whatever. And I was at the top of the stairs and I was wearing this really tight suede brown skirt. It was so cute. Got it from Charlotte Russe. There was no places to shop in my college town, so I had to go to Charlotte Russe. Which there's nothing wrong with Charlotte Russe. It's just not my favorite place to shop, but whatever. They kind of make cheap quality clothes, but whatever. This isn't a Charlotte Russe review. So I was wearing this nice tight skirt and I was standing at the top of the stairs, and apparently this guy noticed me, but I didn't know that he noticed me until after I noticed him. I went to talk to him because he's cute, and he was like standing at the party by himself. I was like, why is this cute guy not mingling with everybody? Sober me would have a hard time approaching a guy, but drunk me is a bold bitch. So apparently it was like fate, because he was already checking me out, and he told me that his sister was at the party and his sister's boyfriend was at the party, and they were all standing together. His sister started checking me out first. Her boyfriend was wondering what she was looking at. he looked up into her line of view and saw me, my nice fat ass in this tight skirt. And then that's when the guy that I was into, Dylan, started checking me out. He's like, what's everybody looking at? And so eventually I walked down the stairs and then walked right to him, and he probably felt so shocked. Like, how often does that happen? The girl that you're checking out actually approaches you? Anyway, so I talked to all of them, him and his sister and his sister's boyfriend, and they were really cool guys. They were really cool people. So they invited me back to their place to hang out, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Fun fact, Dylan had just gotten out of jail, which is why he wasn't mingling with anybody. He was very anxious about, going to a party for the first time after being out of jail. And he was also very anxious about having sex. So he had like sexual anxiety or whatever. So, we like fucked all night, even fell off the bed, but he had anxiety the whole time, which, I mean, I don't believe him. Like, I'd probably be nervous to have sex after I hadn't had sex for a long time and been surrounded by a bunch of women. So I'm pretty sure he was nervous being surrounded by a bunch of men that whole time and then being able to do whatever he wanted, but whatever. So me and Dylan started hanging out more often. Actually, that night or that morning, it was Valentine's Day, and he asked me to be his Valentine, and I hung out at his house all day, and he made me a frozen lasagna. And honestly, I was just so touched by that. Like, he made me dinner. Yeah, it was a frozen lasagna, but it was the thought that counted. He asked me to be his Valentine and made me dinner. Like, what the fuck? That's so sweet. Too bad he's a whore, but we started hanging out more. We would get lunch together, and he would hang out in my dorm, and he wouldn't really help me study because, I mean, he's an ex-convict. What does he know? But, he was there for me when I did my homework and stuff. Yeah, so we had a cool little thing going until he started talking to other bitches, and ugly bitches at that. Like ugly younger bitches. It's like this girl was like not even a college student. She was one of the dual enrollment high school students. She was like 17. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I found this out because he wasn't really talking to me as much, and then literally I pulled up on him at a party and he was with this bitch, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? This is just fucked up. Juicy. And I was really pissed off that night. His sister and her boyfriend were with me. His sister's name is Bailey, by the way, so I don't have to keep referring to her as his sister. Bailey and her boyfriend were with me when I arrived at the party and pulled up on his ass. They thought that was really fucked up, and they liked hanging out with me, and they were like, that's fucked up. We don't like this bitch. We don't claim this bitch. We like hanging out with you more. So they invited me over that night. They were like, let's just go get drunk and we can do whatever. We can. But yeah, they were like, we can have a fun time without him. We like you better than that bitch anyways, whatever. So we went and bought the cheapest bottle of alcohol we could find. And we went back to their place. It was super awkward because Dylan was there with this fucking infant, and he had his like door locked the whole night. Apparently they didn't have sex, but like I hope not. She's a fucking minor, and he's like a fucking ex-convict with like 5 kids. But he was just like my little college fling, so that's not my problem. But anyways, me and Bailey and Bailey's boyfriend chilled in their bedroom and watched a movie, and they were like, screw him, we can have a threesome, whatever. Which was Bailey's idea, but I'm pretty sure her boyfriend was not against it whatsoever. Like, you know, he was right next door when me and Dylan did the things that we did, so I'm pretty sure he knows what I'm capable of. Got some spinach in my throat. Anyway, so we got really drunk. I was already really drunk, and we watched a movie, and I guess we were just waiting for, like, you know, the right time. We were all just chilling in bed together. We were all waiting for the mood to be right, I guess. But took too long, and I fell asleep. And not only did I fall asleep, I pissed myself. I pissed myself in their bed with them in it. And I woke up first, so I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, luckily it wasn't a lot of piss, but like, if you're drunk, it's just like all liquid. There's like no nutritional value. It's just all fucking liquid. So it's just gonna go straight through you. And if you don't, you know, release or your urine in time, or like an adequate amount of times before you go to bed after being drunk, then you're gonna piss yourself. It's inevitable. Any grown person that's been blackout drunk knows, okay? You might tease me because I pissed myself. That's fine. You can tease me for pissing myself. I don't care. It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last. I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but shit happens when you're drunk, okay? So, I woke up early that morning and changed out of my pissy clothes and into some of Bailey's clothes, and we just didn't talk about it. They changed the sheets and turned on the fan so that the mattress would dry after they scrubbed it down and whatnot. But, you know, they didn't make it awkward or try to embarrass me or anything, because honestly, I would have been so embarrassed trying to get back at my ex for, you know, fucking with another girl by having a threesome with his sister, and then I pissed myself. How embarrassing is that? How embarrassing is that? But whatever, we just hung out. I got a ride home that day, and I never talked to them again. But yeah. Dylan tried to hit me back up because he didn't know what he was missing, and did I hook up with him again? Yes, of course. He has good dick, so what if he, you know, kind of sort of cheated on me with a minor? He has good dick, you know? What do you want to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But yeah, that's the story of how I almost had a threesome with my ex's sister. And I'm gonna go finish this ramen off camera. But this was fun. See you next time.